So in previous years with smartphones, you usually are recommended to go with an iPhone or an Android phone. And that Android phone that most people recommend are from a brand called Samsung. So it was always between Apple and Samsung when it came to phones. But this year was something different. And in this video, we're going to talk about it. Let's begin. Okay, so if you haven't already, I recommend you watch my last video about the S25 Ultra being a very awful device in terms of phones nowadays. Alright, so now that you watched that video, let's talk about the news that is out. So the iPhone 16e came out. Let's just say this is one of the most awful devices in 2025. Now, this was at first kind of weird to people because this was actually a budget phone from Apple, but it wasn't at a budget price, starting at about $600. However, if you invest that money to an Android phone, like let's just say OnePlus, you get much better value. You get 3 lenses on the back, and with the iPhone 16e, you only get 1 lens, the wide lens. So you get no ultra wide lens, no telephoto lens, and you also get no 120Hz screen. And I get why they didn't make it too good, because that would eliminate the Pro model of iPhones, like the iPhone 16 Pro, 16 Pro Max. But because of how much better value you can get for $600 on Android, it just makes the iPhone 16e look like a joke compared to Android phones that cost around $600. Oh, not even cost $600. For example, the new Nothing phone came out, and this phone is not even the same price as the 16e. It's actually cheaper. It is cheaper, and you are actually getting more for your money because this comes with a periscope lens and also an ultra wide lens. With the iPhone 16e, 1 lens on the back. But what set this year out the most is that OnePlus released this amazing phone, the OnePlus 13, and also a good budget phone, the OnePlus 13R. And not only that, Nothing came out with their line of budget phones this year, the Nothing Phone 3A Pro. It just looks so neat. It has a good price. It actually has a budget price in terms of phones. And honestly, I would personally give it a try, but I don't have money to invest in that stuff just yet. This year specifically, I've just noticed so much more competition, and it's not always just flagships. It's actually more with budget phones now, and it's honestly pretty nice because I see a lot of people walking around with expensive phones, and I'm wondering like, are they really need all that power, or are they just buying it just because they just think it's probably the best quality out there for a phone? I'm happy to report that you don't need to buy an iPhone to get great quality on a phone. If I was to buy a phone now, I'd probably still choose the OnePlus 13 because I like the fast charging, the big battery. I like that I have more customization over Android rather than iOS, where it just feels like I'm locked into using the App Store. And I also want to let you guys know, when you're using the camera in an app like TikTok or Snapchat, at least back then, there was an issue with optimization, so it didn't look as good compared to camera footage that was shot in the camera app on your phone. But honestly, I don't hear much complaints about it nowadays, so I'm assuming it's not too bad. I definitely think it did improve over the couple years, because that was like an issue I think like 3-ish years ago. I don't know how much it improved though, but I definitely feel like they did some improvements over the couple of years. Because that has led people to thinking that Androids have bad cameras, but no. They don't have bad cameras. In fact, they are very comparable. At least the flagship models are comparable with the flagship iPhone models. So yeah, I hope this video was informative to you guys and lets you know that you don't always need to spend a lot of money to get a great device. I would just spend money on what features you need. And in case you're wondering, OnePlus and Nothing, they're not no brand names, or at least I wouldn't consider them no brand names. I would actually consider them like branded names in the phone community. But people who are switching from iPhones to Samsungs, I can totally get why you think it's a no brand. But in my opinion, I personally don't think it's a no brand. And I'm sure many of the tech community would back me up on that claim. Anyways, like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments how you agree with my opinions. And what phone would you guys buy if you needed a new phone tomorrow?